Good afternoon and welcome to the ReVue. I'm Tom Lavine, and in the studio with me today from Frontier Community College, I have Carrie Halbert and Derek Dunn. How are you all today?
Great.
We're doing great.
It's new leadership at Frontier Community College. How does it feel having Sharmila Kikak at the helm? It's not yet.
Not yet. July 1st.
July 1st. So,
Wonderful.
So is she in and moving
Exciting.
stuff in? Is Jay moving things out? Derek, are you packing things up for Jay and moving boxes around?
Well, I'll tell you this.
Because your office is right there next to him, right?
Not next to him, no. But I can see his office from where I sit at.
Okay, so.
I will tell you, back in the fall, I had a student give me a mug, and it says the Pickleball King on it. I made a joke to Jay. I said, hey, Jay, I got a tracker on that pickleball mug, and that way, if you happen to steal it, I know where it winds up at. It'd probably wind up in your desk. But no, you know, Jay's been a great leader, great boss to me.
Right.
Even though I've been there for over 3 years now, and but he has provided stability and leadership at Frontier and even across the IECC district as well.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, we wish him all the best in retirement, and really excited for Sharmila to come on starting July 1st. And I've already had conversations with Sharmila about promoting Frontier in different ways.
Right.
And so, but to tell you what, looking forward, someone who is local and knows the area, knows the communities.
Right.
And
Plus knows business.
Has a very unique background.
Yeah, she does have a unique background. She's very intelligent.
Yes.
And what are you looking forward to in this? Have you talked to Sharmila yet, Carrie?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'm very excited about her coming aboard.
Okay. All right. Has she got? Have you got a bug in her ear? We have to have a big
I
display
have some
at the
bugs
Fall
in
Fun
her
Fest.
ear. Yes. How did you know? Yes.
Because
That's
the
exactly
Fall Fun
right.
Fest is your favorite time of year, and I know that. And I will always bring that up.
I've had a discussion with her.
All right. So what is? We've got summer semester just starting.
Yeah,
Right?
classes started yesterday.
Started yesterday. So is there still time to get in on classes?
Well, it's a very short window.
It's a very short
Because
window.
The classes are only 8 weeks long, so really,
Okay.
probably today or tomorrow would be the last day. So.
Okay. All right. So get in on those classes. But there are also kids' classes going on. And they started yesterday at Olney Central College. So what is going on?
We have a lot of summer camps.
Okay.
We do.
Summer kids classes. There's one at Wabash Valley that I think is very neat.
Okay.
It is the radio TV media
Right.
class, and that is June 11th, and that is still spaces are available, and yeah, I just find that very fascinating. So any kid who thinks that they want to go into broadcasting, radio or TV,
Right.
they should check it out.
Plus social media, because
Yes.
that is
Yep.
a form of
Yes.
broadcasting.
It
and they
is,
do
yeah.
teach the ins and outs of that, too.
Yep.
Plus, they'll get to see Marcia Yaki's map.
I know.
Yes.
I saw that. I was so excited when I saw that the first time. It just made my day when I saw it.
I wish they had a dauber there than an eraser.
I
so you
know.
could
Oh, my
draw in your
gosh.
own front lines.
But whenever I do a tour, if I have the teachers, if they're older,
Right.
like us, are there, and I'm like, and the teachers are always like, oh my gosh, is that Marcia Yaki's map? I'm like, yes. And the kids are like, who's Marcia Yaki? I'm like,
Right.
What?
Derek, do you know who Marcia Yaki is?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, we were taught that at Wabash Valley, one of the first things. And
Nice.
I remember Kyle Peach, he pulled up on YouTube to show us like clips of Marcia Yaki when she was getting off the weather forecast with her map. And one of the videos, I mean, it was fun watching her. And then one of the videos that popped up was like this band. I want to know where they were from. And they were playing the song like 6 O'Clock Anchor, We Love You, or something like that. And
Right.
it's still stuck in my head to this day a little bit. I didn't know who the band was, but like they were jamming out. We thought, hey, this class got more interesting right here that day. But Marcia Yaki, what a legend.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, legend. So that will be at Wabash Valley College. When is that?
June 11th.
June 11th.
Yeah, grades 6 through 12.
grades 6 through 12, so it'll help them with their broadcasting.
Yep.
So how much is that class?
$25.
$25, and how do you sign up for it?
I would call Wabash Valley.
Okay, and ask for Kyle.
They can just ask for student services. They can
Student services will help out.
That's fine. Yep.
Okay. All right. What else is going on?
Another interesting one is at Lincoln Trail, and I know that's kind of a drive, but
Right.
If you're interested in a career in broadband tech,
Okay.
so like that's the Wi-Fi. It's hard to describe, like Wi-Fi,
Computer networking.
computer network, yes, things like that.
Right.
Installing all of that, or digging and splicing the wires, and it's
Well, yes, it's a hard job to do.
yeah. Phone lines,
Phone lines.
yes.
And optical cable. You're doing
Yes,
optical cable there?
They make a lot of money in that field,
Yes, they do.
and so it would be a great thing if if a middle school or high school age is thinking about doing something different. This would be perfect for them to explore.
Oh, okay. If you've got a kid that's interested in computers, and when is that again?
June 12th,
June
and it's
12th.
from 9 to 3, and it is $45.
Okay, and is lunch included with that?
I would assume so. Yes.
Okay. All right. What else is going on?
Well, at Alney is parasites.
Parasites.
Parasites. So pathology and medical lab sciences. That is July 30th from 9 to 2, and it's $25. Yeah. So actually, Flora High School has a forensic science high school class,
Right.
which fascinates me because there are so many kids that say they want to go into forensic science, and so
Because of the TV shows.
yes,
Yeah.
and this camp is for grades 9 through 12. So if there's a student around the area that doesn't have the capability to take that class at Flora, then they can take this summer camp.
Okay. Or you could learn more.
Yeah,
From
exactly.
Okay. Flora High School also has a law enforcement class.
Oh, they
taught
do?
by the
I didn't know that.
taught by Clay County Sheriff Andy Myers.
Oh, nice.
So,
Nice. Okay.
That's good.
Okay. All right. And is that all of the kids' camps, or is there
no,
more?
we have more.
We have more, yeah.
So Frontier
Frontier.
is offering origami 1 and 2.
Okay.
Yep.
And that will start today.
That'll be starting
fourth?
Origami 1's June 4th. Actually, both of them are June 4th.
All right.
And
Started
then
today.
sign language is June 18th.
Sign language is June 18th, and that is for which grades?
That'll be
First through 8th.
Yeah.
One
First through eighth grade students.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
We also have painting as well, Canvas 1, Canvas 2. That will be on June 17th Canvas 1's from 9 until noon. And then that'll be for students who have completed grades 4 through 8. The instructor is Cheryl Harrell. And then also Canvas 2, that will be 1 to 3 that same day. And again, that'll be for students who are completed grades 4 through 8, but also Canvas 1. So it'll be taught again by Cheryl Harrell. So, but this is like where it's about building your painting skills.
Oh, okay.
So, enhancing your art skills as well. And I took art years ago when I was in high school, and Bernie Moore was my instructor back then.
Mm-hmm.
And always enjoyed art and always enjoy seeing. We have a lot of talented artists here locally. I think more than what people realize. And I think about also how you have the painters who come into town who paint. In the community, just
Paint out.
For the paint out in Fairfield.
Yeah.
Wayne County Paint Out.
So, that could be an inspiration. You look at the mural downtown that, Cheryl and David Harrell did.
Right.
Where the 6181 bakery's at today. Used to say Amber Marie's back in the day, but right next door to FMB.
Right.
But things like that, man. I mean, there's just, but to enhance your art skills, go for it.
Right. And that is in workforce development, right? Which is the biggest building on Frontier's campus to date.
If anybody in Mount Carmel area wants to do origami, there is that class. It's June 25th.
Oh, okay. All right. Is that at Frontier or
No, it's at Mount Carmel.
at Wabash?
Wabash.
Okay. Okay. Is Lori traveling?
She is. Yes.
Well, you all have to pick chin because it's
do.
one big
That's-
district.
Actually, that is the great thing about IECC. We're not so siloed anymore, and we're all one. And
Oh,
it's
okay.
great.
Okay.
We all work together.
All right. So is that coming down from CEO? Or is
Yes.
it the changes that they've made since the new CEO has taken place?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So let's talk about fall semester, which is your next semester coming up. People are already signed up for classes, right? But there is still room for people to
Yes.
sign up.
Yes.
How do people go about signing up? Carrie, that's your area of
It is.
expertise.
They can call any one of the colleges
Mm-hmm.
and ask to speak to an advisor and schedule an appointment.
Okay. So just call the college,
Mm-hmm.
and that's 842
3711.
3711.
That's Frontier.
And just ask for an advisor. Okay.
Yes.
And so what is the advisor going to tell them?
So the advisor is going to first ask if they've applied to the college.
Okay.
Second, ask if they have sent their transcript to us.
Okay.
If they have applied, then they're going to ask if they have set up their My IECC account, which is like their student portal.
Right.
So those are the three basic questions that they're going to ask.
Okay.
If they've done all of that, then they can go ahead and make an appointment. We really need to see the transcript, and
Right.
so we pretty much wait to get that transcript
Okay.
to make an appointment.
All right. I remember going back to college. It's been a long time ago, 15 years ago, at Frontier, and taking some classes. And the first thing they had me do was take a test,
Yes. So if
which
you've been
I was
out
like,
of-
I haven't studied. And they were like,
Yep.
it's not that kind of test.
It's a placement test. So if you have been out of college or high school for more than 3 years, then we will have you take an acuplacer test.
Okay.
And yes,
Okay.
and that is located in the library. So at Elizabeth Cox Hall.
Oh,
There's a
okay.
testing center.
Oh, they just locked me in an office.
Yeah,
But
it's different now.
It's different now.
It's much more formal these days.
And Derek, you've probably noticed this because you're in charge of documenting what goes on at Frontier Community College. The college just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and things change. And now we call it Cox Hall and Workforce
Yes.
Development Center, and then eventually a student center, right?
Well, we're getting a gym.
A gym.
Yes, a gymnasium.
Okay.
Yep.
And that is on the horizon, or?
Yes, I
Okay.
think
Yep.
groundbreaking is like maybe in August.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what I've been in contact with Jeremy Ellis, our athletic director, and
Okay.
Looks to be that way. No official date yet,
Right.
Okay.
But it looks
It's
like
coming.
August. It's on the horizon. I was talking to Dr. Kathy Robb about this
Okay.
on Monday, and I told her, I said, when you drive down Main Street in Fairfield, like you're heading toward the college, the
Yeah.
first buildings I see are Bob Boyles Hall, Mason Hall, along
Right.
with the U of I extension. The new facility, the gym, is going to be built on the southeastern side of campus. So where you have the empty field at,
Okay.
just like to the east of Bob Boyles Hall and just kind of like south of Mason Hall.
Okay.
Um,
It's going to change the landscape of campus dramatically.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it's much needed to for volleyball. They will finally have their home court. Center Street School has been so kind and gracious for allowing our volleyball team to play games there in
Right.
the fall. But for volleyball, they do not have a home gym, a home court. And so this is going to be great for them, also for the coaches' offices as well for them. I have seen the floor plan of this facility. I have also seen what it looks like on the outside, and it looks incredible. And so there's a buzz around campus about this and talking to members of the community. And I'm always asked, when is this facility going to be, when are they going to break ground and when's it going to be built? And I said, it's coming up soon.
Okay.
And so, but we're really excited about this. And for the college, it's going to be used in multiple ways. It's going to be, to quote Sharmila K. Cack, as we were talking about this recently, it's going to be a game changer.
Okay. All right. So what you're saying is freshmen and sophomore girls who are interested in volleyball, you could be playing home opener Bobcat Gymnasium.
Yes. Very true.
When you go to college. Okay. All right.
I would also like to mention, too, that the court itself, it's going to be about NCAA regulated. So
wow.
It's going to be big.
So it's going to be, it'll be regulation size. It's going to be a game changer for Frontier Community College, but the entire college is growing. I mean, you have allied health going up at Olney Central.
Yes.
Lincoln Trail has got some building they're doing. And I think Wabash Valley is doing a little bit of construction work right now. Athletic center.
I think so.
Okay.
Like their gymnasium or their fitness center, I think, is there.
Oh, the fitness center. Okay.
And Olney's having a building too, I think.
That's the allied health.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Make sure.
They're moving all their health department people together into one building.
Nice.
So that'll be nice. They're not going to be split up between the floors anymore of Wattleworth Hall. All right. We are talking to Derek Dunn from Frontier Community College and Carrie Halbert, who is in charge of recruitment for IECC. And we will be back in just a moment here on the ReVue. All right, we are talking to Carrie Halbert and Derek Dunn from Frontier Community College and the IECC district. And we talked summer registration, which is just about up. Your time is limited. Spring registration, which is underway, or fall registration, which is underway. Spring won't open until November, right? Yes. And a new gymnasium at Frontier Community College, groundbreaking sometime, hopefully this year. New president at Frontier Community College. What else is going on at Frontier Community College and through the IECC district?
Derek mentioned Dr. Robb.
Okay.
And Dr. Robb is our new Vice Chancellor of Academic Affairs.
Oh, okay.
So she is taking over part of Dr. Edgren's position because that's what he's Vice Chancellor of Academic Affairs. So she's taking over that part.
Okay.
And so we are very excited to have her. She comes from Oakland City.
Right.
But she's originally from Albion.
Oh, really? So another local girl.
Yeah. Yeah, she has a lot of experience with academic affairs advising. So we are very happy to have her.
Okay. So when would I need to see her? Or would I ever have to see her unless I was in trouble?
Probably in trouble, maybe. Because the first person, well, if there's a problem with the class, probably speak to the dean first.
Oh, okay.
And then, yeah.
Okay.
And then go from there.
All right. And let's talk about baseball and softball. Derek, tell me about baseball and softball.
Yeah, their seasons have wrapped up, and one thing of note is about, I enjoy watching our student athletes compete on the field and everything, but also it's not just about competing, but also how you do well in the classroom. Learned a long time ago that if you don't have the grades, then you won't be able to see playing time.
Right.
And so our student athletes did very well. And I've got the fall and spring and overall team GPAs here. So I'll start with volleyball first.
Okay.
Volleyball, their fall GPA was 3.47. Spring GPA was 3.85. The overall team GPA was 3.63. Looking at baseball, fall GPA was 3.61. Spring GPA was 3.61, and overall team GPA was 3.61.
They're consistent.
Yeah, very consistent. Yeah, right there, the 3.61 mark. And then softball, their fall GPA was 3.69, and their spring GPA was 3.78, and the overall team GPA was 3.73. And we had several student athletes that were named to the Chancellor's Honor List, President's Honor List, and Dean's Honor List.
Right.
And so I tell you what, we are so proud of our student athletes, and talking to our student athletes on campus, one of the things they tell me about is, they have classes, they have practices, they have games. It's about time management and how, for college, it's like they're learning time management, but they get better over the course of it. And not only that, but also for faculty and staff who are there to support them, not just teach them, but also support them too. I'll tell you what, it's incredible. And all of us, even though I'm not an instructor,
Right.
but all of us plays a key part in the student success. For example, I had a couple of student athletes from the volleyball team who gave me thank you cards.
Oh, really?
And it was so, they didn't have to do it.
Right.
But it was so appreciative of them because I always say words of encouragement, kind word goes a long way. And what I tell people in terms of promoting the college, but also being a positive role model and influence to our students, to our faculty and staff on campus.
Right.
That's what I strive to be every day. So I'm really proud of our student athletes for their performance, not just out there on the field, but also in the classroom as well.
Yeah. Okay. So do like the softball players tease the baseball players? We're smarter than you as a team.
Well, I'm still trying to get Jeremy Ellis and Marty Slover to do a home run derby contest, and it hasn't happened yet.
That would be fun.
I try to get Marty Slover to bring out the Nolan Ryan in him, and he wouldn't do it. He said the arm is long gone. But really excited though about athletics for a moment. Bobcats volleyball. We're less than 3 months away from the first game,
goodness.
and Chet Snyder, the head coach, and assistant coach Kara Vinson, and they're looking forward to it. I will tell you that the season starts August 23rd. They'll be on the road at Vincent's for a tri-match, but the first home game is August 27th, hosting Wabash Valley College.
Okay.
And so we encourage, I know it's less than 3 months away, but we encourage those of us on campus, the communities,
Right.
come out and support Bobcats volleyball. The students that we have returning, along with the incoming students,
Right.
really excited about them.
And they come from a wide. I'm always surprised by students when I see them and talk to them where they're from, because they're from everywhere,
Yes,
and they're
they
coming
are.
to Frontier Community College, Little Frontier Community College in Fairfield to get their academic start.
Yeah.
So where's the farthest?
I want to say it's
For volleyball, we
New
have
Zealand, I
a couple
think.
of kids from Arkansas.
Arkansas.
But baseball really has the furthest.
Right.
Yeah.
I know for volleyball, there's one from Colombia. There's also one, I believe, from
that's
New
right,
Zealand. Arkansas, as you mentioned. We got some
New
more,
Zealand a
like-
little farther than Arkansas.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, New Zealand, yeah.
we've had a baseball player from Russia previously.
Yeah, I
And,
remember that
Italy
when he was there.
and Belgium and Australia.
Okay.
New Zealand.
All right. Let me ask you while we're talking about baseball. Are you going to bring back the Halloween game?
They did it
Monster
last
Mash.
year.
Yeah,
You
Monster
did it
Mash.
last
Yeah.
year,
Yeah,
the
last
Monster
year.
Mash. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I got to
and-
tell you about that. There was, last year I was there.
Was it raining last year?
No, it was sunny.
Okay.
It was good weather. There was one of the baseball players, I can't remember who it was, but he dressed up in the Despicable Me inflatable costume. You should have seen him when he hit the ball. It was like he was hilarious running. All of us were laughing so hard at him. Like
Was he a minion?
he was a minion from Despicable Me. Yeah, he was like
he wasn't
was
Gru,
just-
he was Minion. Yeah.
I have to show you the photo of it afterwards, but it was hilarious. We were all laughing so hard. I'm like, that was the fastest Despicable Me minion I've ever seen run in my life. But these kids, they're pretty creative with their costumes,
They
and we're looking forward.
Well, and
to
the
it.
thing about the Halloween game is that it's for charity, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So is that something that the staff instills in the students to do something for the community?
Some instructors, yes, do.
Okay.
There are. I know one of our instructors that really encourages, do something kind for
Oh,
somebody.
okay.
And then I know a couple of others help with like certain fundraisers.
Yeah.
And do certain events on campus. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for example, we were here last time with you back in March. We talked about Phi Theta Kappa and making a difference.
Right.
And $5,000 raised for Jamie Ford.
Wow.
And these were students who didn't know who Jamie Ford was. And for them to step up like that, I had someone ask me, what's your favorite promotion so far from an event perspective? And I've been saying making a difference for Jamie Ford. Because to see the students be active, to, even help, not just me, but to promote it as well.
Right.
Linda Monge. And seeing the outpouring of the community support. I was there that day just for a little bit, and all the suites look good, by the way. I was really tempted there, but to see the outpouring of support for the community and people from all over, that was incredible to me.
Okay. All right, let's talk about the Lyman Rodeo, which has happened since the last time you were here.
That was good.
So how did it go off?
It was great weather. Couldn't ask for better weather. The burgers,
was perfect.
I had to calm myself down in terms of eating how many pork burgers I could eat, but got some great footage, and I'm always talking about food here. But anyway, it was great. The linemen, they were impressive with their skills. The times, Dustin Wiggins, our EDS instructor,
Right.
He was very pleased with the crowd, very pleased with how the students performed. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it helps build the interest and also show what keeps the lights on.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, and for real, because a lot of people, they don't know, what keeps our electricity going. And this is a program that helps teach them about not only safety, but also this is how, there's all kinds of different poles, that there are telephone poles, utility poles, how many volts of electricity. I mean, there's all kinds of things that they learn.
Right.
And even climbing, because, for them, it's like their first experience.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
you don't learn that.
Yeah, we
growing up.
invite students who have shown interest in the program
Right.
in the spring or previously. We invite them to see what, the students,
Lyman
what they
Rodeo.
would learn, if they decide to come. And so we had a few show up, and if they do, they get a free T-shirt. So they got one.
Okay.
And so and it's exciting because then we see the prospective students coming in and visiting,
Right.
and then meeting everybody, and then going on.
Okay, Carrie. Now, so EDS it's hard to believe that for one thing, that these kids at the Lyman Rodeo learned all this stuff in less than a year.
Oh, I know. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
But I
Climbing
love
poles
the
and-
Lyman Rodeo because they can just really show off their skills.
Right.
To their families, too.
Right. And it's very entertaining to watch.
Mm-hmm.
So next spring, Lyman Rodeo, think about it. Now, let's talk about students again. Tell me about the Student Ambassador Program. What is the Student Ambassador Program?
So the Student Ambassador Program is where we choose 3 students on every campus. It's a very selective process.
Oh, okay.
So they have to apply and then go through interview process and be selected. So
Okay.
it is very selective, and it's very, very competitive.
Okay.
We had some fabulous students to apply, and so golly, I really wanted 4 on some campuses and couldn't. It was a very hard decision.
There are no runners up.
No,
Okay.
It was really difficult. But so student ambassadors are
Right.
very important to us because they help us out on campus. So they might go to recruitment events with me. They might help me set up. They will help Derek with things.
Yep.
We might have them in the library helping out.
Okay.
It's just they learn about what it takes to make a college run.
Oh, okay.
And be out in the community. I mean, they're a face for the college.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. So what does it take other than you have to apply?
So they do get some scholarship.
Okay.
So it can pay up to 16 hours of tuition.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Yes, there's a big advantage. But honestly, you're going to gain much more than just financially. You're going to gain so many skills.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of soft skills, interpersonal skills.
Right.
Networking, later on for reference letters and things
Right.
like that. we have one, and I know Derek's going to agree with me on this, but there is one former ambassador that stands out, and his name is Bob.
Oh, yeah.
And he was with us for 2 years at Frontier, and
Okay.
everybody loved Bob.
Okay.
So he graduated and went to Eastern and told them he was an ambassador, and they snatched him up, and they were like, "We want you to be an ambassador." So he's an ambassador there at Eastern Illinois University.
Okay.
And has moved up with that.
Wow.
And they love him there, and they saw what we saw in him, such talent and a great personality and enthusiasm, and he is doing very well there. And I love that success story. Like,
Yes.
that he is one of the biggest success stories, I feel like, from an ambassador point.
Okay.
Agreed.
So it's more like interning for the
Kind of,
college.
yeah. Yes, because they're going to give us 7 service hours per week
Okay.
in return for everything. But
Okay.
they're just going to gain so much from that.
Right.
Bob
Okay.
was the kind of student, I've told people this, and I say it in a good way, but before he left, it's like we should have cloned him.
Oh, 1,000%, yes.
It was like, because he did so much for us the past 2 years, and the 2 years he was here, and he took advantage of it. He took advantage of opportunities, and
Wow.
look where it led him. And as Carrie mentioned, he's rocking it up there at EIU, my alma mater.
Your
so-
alma mater.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Did you, tell him all the good places to go? Did
Yeah,
did you have a little meeting with him before he left for EIU?
I would tell him about my time at Eastern a little bit, about the places I went to, and
Right.
about the campus itself. And he's doing very well up there.
Okay.
He gave me a tour when I took my son up there.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. And I just ran into his mom recently, and he won an award. Like, he's in a fraternity up there, and he won, like, New Student of the Year award.
Wow.
Yeah, out of all the fraternities.
Impressive.
I mean, I'm telling you, he is just doing so well.
Yep.
And I love to hear that about students. I mean, we have I could go on and on, but a former softball player who said, "I'm going to be a physician's assistant one day." Guess what? She's doing it. I love stories like that.
You need a success wall at
We
Frontier.
do, for sure.
I like that idea.
I like that idea,
So,
too.
because it's hard to believe so many stories start at Frontier Community
They
College.
do. Yeah, your
It's just-
story can start at Frontier,
Right.
at Wabash, at Olney Central, or Lincoln Trail.
Right. And just lead almost anywhere.
That's right.
All right. Let's talk about the first day of classes
Yeah.
for fall semester 2025-2026.
Yeah, we'd like to mention that for first-year students, there is new student orientation on August the 19th.
That's right.
And so there's a lot of information that day, and a lot of good information. So it's a big day for us. And then the first day of fall classes is August 21st. But also would like to mention at the start of the school year, there's going to be all kinds of fun activities
Okay.
for the students. And so I've actually got them right here. So
I knew that you would.
I did my best. So for example, like for the 20th, which is Wednesday, there'll be a back to school splash scheduled at Leo French Park. This will be hosted by FCC Softball and Phi Theta Kappa. So students can enjoy food and go on an evening swim. There's going to be, on the first day of class, there's going to be a cookout and outdoor games, Rotary Plaza. And then for Friday, the 22nd and 29th, there's going to be board games, Learning Commons at Cox Hall.
Right.
And then Monday, the 25th, Don't Not Stress with Trio, Learning Commons at Cox Hall.
Oh, okay.
We also have pickleball, Lakeside Park. That'll be hosted by Bobcats Baseball in the afternoon on Monday.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you going to be able to move, once you get a gym, will you be able to move pickleball there?
Yes.
Yes.
It's in the plans.
It is in the plans for sure.
Because
Also,
pickleball is everywhere.
Yeah, it's the fastest growing sport in the nation.
Yeah.
26 on Tuesday, there'll be a Sweet Start Sweeties ice cream mobile unit will be arriving on
Ooh.
campus.
Nice.
So, and also be Club Rush and Learning Commons at Cox Hall that afternoon. That would be like where students can find out more information about the organizations and clubs on campus.
Oh, okay.
So that's what that is. And then Wednesday, I talked about Bobcats volleyball having their first home game of the season on the 27th of August. That would be where it'd be school spirit night as well. And Carrie has them. I've seen them, like the little paws or whatever, reminds me of that. But the first 100 students will receive a pom-pom that night.
Okay.
28th.
I love my paws.
Yes. Yes. 28th on Thursday, it'd be a chalk walk contest. So sidewalks adjacent to Cox Hall. That'll be all day long. Also a popcorn bar as well. Learning Commons at Cox Hall. And then we have, early September, we have a bingo night, September the 2nd. Pizza and preparation on Wednesday the 3rd. And then 4th will be the duck drop. So
What's that? I've not heard about that, Derek.
The duck drop.
the duck
A
drop.
duck drop?
I still finding out more details about that. But
I cannot wait to hear about that.
yeah, we need someone to dress up as a duck and just like have a bobcat and duck on campus that day or something. I mean, can you imagine? So that's
Okay.
but
The duck drop.
But I want to mention these activities because for these students here, especially for the first year students, it can be a little bit overwhelming,
Right.
to start off college.
Well, and Carrie will tell you the most important thing for students is to get involved.
Yeah.
First thing.
Right.
And that's what we did at Wabash, and that's what you did at Eastern. That's what I did at Southern. Get involved.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else we need to talk about, Derek?
I'll tell you what, it's hard to believe.
August is almost here.
Yeah, fall registration still ongoing, and we talked about the success stories a little bit. I go by the slogan years ago: "Start here, go anywhere."
Right.
For Frontier, and that still rings true to this day. And you want to have a successful future, want to have a successful career, you get started at Frontier.
Okay.
Even if you may be there for a year, get your certificate in EDS, for example, or if you want to be in the medical lab technology, medical lab technician program for 2 years, or if you want to transfer to a university, a college,
Right.
In-state, out-of-state, Frontier can be the launch point for your future and your career.
And it could save you money in the
Oh, my
process.
goodness.
Absolutely,
So
yes.
much money. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anything else you need, Carrie?
No, just call
The
us.
most important part is get involved once you
Yes.
you sign up.
Your experience is going to be much more meaningful when you get involved.
Right. You'll meet more people, and college experience will be greather.
Yes.
All right. And I tell when I get students in here, I tell them that the predictor for whether you will graduate college or not is whether you feel at home on campus.
Yeah,
That's
that
true.
is important.
So, all right. Frontier is the place. Albany Central College, also the place. Wabash Valley and Lincoln Trail are also great colleges, all within the Eastern Illinois College District. And you can sign up for fall classes, also the children's classes. You can check our website and find out when those are during the summer. And Carrie, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Derek, thanks for coming in. It's good to see you.
Yeah, thank you again, Tom, and thanks for allowing us to be here and talk about Frontier as well as the IECC district. We greatly appreciate it.
Okay. Anytime, Derek. Okay? That's going to do it for today.